During her budget speech at the National Assembly, President Park Geun-hye defended the government's plan to publish a standardized history textbook. The Happy Housing Project has welcomed its first residents. Next year, 10,000 homes will be supplied to newlyweds and young career people. And Korean indie bands may soon take on global audiences, with some signing with world-renowned producers and others touring international music festivals. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Wednesday, October 28th. I'm Luke Clary. During her budget speech to the National Assembly on Tuesday, President Park Geun-hye spoke about the government's plan to publish a standardized Korean history textbook. She tried to make the case that she would not disregard any distortions or whitewashing of history.
During her budget speech, President Park Geun-hye firmly stated her commitment to normalize history education and publish a state-authored Korean history textbook. She stressed that rectifying history should not be politicized or cause ideological contention.
집필되지도 않은 교과서, 일어나지도 않을 일을 두고 더 이상 왜곡과 혼란은 없어야 한다고 생각합니다.
She strongly refuted the opposition party's accusation that the new textbook will be whitewashing pro-Japanese activities or dictatorial rule.
그런 교과서가 나오는 것은 저부터 절대로 좌시하지 않을 것입니다.
President Park also explained that the budget plans for year 2016 will support the four reforms. Roughly $7.4 billion were allocated to startup support and cultural investment projects to promote the creative economy and culture. She added that $13 billion were earmarked for national safety measures and $14 billion for job creation. President Park noted that despite these efforts, bills concerning economic revitalization are still pending in the National Assembly and pleaded lawmakers for prompt action.
Happy Housing, a project to stabilize housing conditions for young people such as newlyweds and those starting out in their careers, has welcomed its first residents. Next year, 10,000 homes will be supplied, and prospective newlyweds and those preparing to land jobs will also be able to move in.
These homes, rebuilt from old rental units, are part of the Happy Housing project. 80% of them will go to university students, newlyweds, and graduates just starting off their careers in society. Rental fees are less than 80% of local market rates. A 20 square meter large one-room studio, for instance, costs about $150 in monthly rent with a $26,400 security deposit.
출퇴근 시간이 조금 편리해졌다는 거, 그리고 일단 거주 환경이 신축이다 보니까 또 깨끗하고 공간도 더 넓고요.
The houses are especially popular among college graduates just starting out with their first jobs, a demographic that has had no benefits of any kind in housing until now. Next year, 10,000 Happy Housing units will recruit residents across 18 locations nationwide. In particular, prospective newlyweds and employment seekers will also be allowed to move into these homes starting next year. Residence will be extended by 2 years for newlyweds for each baby the couple have, with a maximum extension of 10 years. The government aims to provide 140,000 happy homes by 2017. The key to the project's success is persuading locals living in happy housing zones who oppose the project.
An increasing number of Chinese tourists are traveling Korea on their own. An analysis of credit cards used by Chinese visitors to Seoul showed their activities and shopping items varied by the areas they visited.
This Chinese woman says she visits Korea 2 or 3 times a year. She usually stays at a hotel in the Gangnam area and enjoys visiting nearby restaurants and shopping at department stores. With more and more Chinese tourists opting to travel on their own, the city of Seoul analyzed the credit card use of Chinese visitors to figure out their spending patterns. The analysis revealed that they were largely divided into the Gangnam and Gangbuk types. Chinese tourists visiting the Gangnam area tend to undergo cosmetic procedures at plastic surgery clinics and then purchase high-end clothing or accessories at department stores. Meanwhile, those touring Myeongdong or Hongdae in the Gangbuk area north of the Han River were found to have bought mainly cosmetics or health supplements from street shops. The analysis also showed that 70% of credit card payments were made between midnight and 1 a.m. at internet shopping malls. The city government of Seoul plans to take these findings and design customized tourism policies.
Global car makers are engaged in a fierce competition to develop so-called self-driving cars. Korean researchers have also showcased a new technology as they set out to establish a national geographical information system with the aim to commercialize self-driving vehicles.
Without any steering input from the driver, a car autonomously avoids another vehicle in its path. It even changes course in real time. This is a step forward from the previous self-driving technological phase in which vehicles simply avoided obstacles.
사람들이나 지나가는 어떤 차량들에 대한 정보를 획득을 해서 그 지도 데이터와 같이 결합이 돼서 경로를 생성하고.
In the latest development, cars are now able to perceive information on the movement of surrounding objects in addition to fixed data from ultra-precision maps that include road conditions and traffic light systems. This integrated technology is essential for a self-driving car to actually operate on a real road. By applying this technology to the geographical information databases in each city, even the creation of a self-driving city will be made possible in gradual phases. With the goal of commercializing self-driving cars by 2020, Korean researchers will focus on building a database of the nation's spatial information.
Most people probably believe that gaining weight is not good for health. But one research finding contradicts that long-held belief and claims that being a bit overweight increases your chances of living longer. Let's take a look.
This man in his 70s takes medicine to control his high blood pressure and diabetes, but he's as physically fit as any young man.
시간대로 약을 복용하고 친구들하고 같이 자전거도 타고 산에도 갔다 오고.
His actual weight is in the obese range. His bulk caused his chronic conditions, but it's also the reason he may live longer. In fact, Korea University Annam Hospital studied 1 million people and found the risk of death was highest for those who are underweight. The risk decreased in proportion to weight gain, showing the lowest risk of death for those categorized as obese. The analysis showed a U-shaped pattern, with the risk again going up for the highly obese group.
고도한 비만은 좋지는 않지만 적당 정도의 비만은 체력이 좋다는 얘기를 할 수 있습니다. 반면에 체중이 너무 적게 나가는 분들은 전체적인 영양 상태가 좋지 않을 가능성.
Just as very obese people have to lose weight for their health, severely underweight people should take in more nourishment to increase their muscle mass and gain weight if they want to live longer.
New reports show that insects that were once mainly viewed as pests can actually be effective in treating diseases. Patent applications are lining up, and the use of insects is expected to transform medicine and medical goods in the near future.
These are lanternflies, a verminous species that sucks the sap of fruit trees. However, it's been found that secretions from lanternflies are effective in treating asthma and rashes. The secretion of large centipedes is a natural antibiotic that suppresses atopic skin ailments. A cosmetic product has already been developed, and related medication is also in the works. It's also been confirmed that mealworm larvae contain components that suppress dementia. A pneumonia-fighting substance has been confirmed in soldier flies. while bumblebees produce a compound that can treat hypertension. Beetle larvae were confirmed to contain a substance which helps prevent obesity. As the treatment and preventive effects of insects are confirmed, 20 to 30 patent applications have been steadily filed each year since 2010.
주로 식물 분야의 연구가 초점이 맞춰졌다면 최근에는 아직 연구되지 않은 곤충에도 관심이 쏠리는 것 같습니다.
As patent applications lead to product development, the National Institute of Agricultural Sciences forecasts that the global insect market, currently worth some $9.7 billion, will grow to $33.5 billion in the next 5 years.
On Tuesday, colleagues and fans of late singer Shinhae marked the first anniversary of his passing. A tribute album containing the remakes of Shin's songs has also been released. Let's look back on some of Korea's best singers who have passed away.
A song by late singer Shinhae is brought back to life by singer Yoon Jong-shin. Many of Shin's songs were about social issues, but this is one of his few love songs. An LP album containing 40 tracks, including 3 of Shin's posthumous songs, has been released recently to the delight of his fans. Guitar chords and a few notes were all that was left from late singer Kim Kwang-seok's handwritten sheet music. But several composers, including Chung Jae-il, completed the music, while the lyrics were selected from an online contest. The winning lyricist, a woman in her 30s, was picked from a pool of 13,000 applicants. Her lyrics perfectly convey the late singer's style through a poetic depiction of a breakup. The songs of prominent deceased singers are brought back to life this fall as a measure of consolation for their fans.
Korean indie bands may soon take on global audiences. Some bands are joining hands with world-renowned producers, while others are receiving invitations to international music festivals.
Korean indie music has earned an extensive fan base for its free-spirited performances, powerful beats, and passionate stage manners. At the MUCON Showcase held in Seoul early this month, 15 indie music bands were invited to international music festivals. South by Southwest and MIDEM are globally renowned music festivals that bring together musicians from all over the world.
홍대 클럽 등지에서 이제 자주 공연을 하고 있는데 이제 아무래도 그 관객층 자체가 너무 한정돼 있고 더 많은 무대에서 서고 싶은 그런 갈증이 있기 때문에.
The unique performances of Korean indie musicians have also drawn the attention of famous music producers from all over the world. 5 bands, including rock group Bye Bye Badman, which rose to fame by performing in clubs in the Hongik University area, have received opportunities to collaborate with renowned producers from overseas. They include many big names who used to work with top stars such as Justin Timberlake and the Rolling Stones.
And that's why you're seeing all this various music coming out, because people aren't afraid to speak what they feel because there's no...
By establishing a presence in the global music market, Korean indie bands, which pursue their unique music styles without being managed by large agencies, take on new challenges and use this opportunity to test their skills.
Koreans are often seen gathering acorns in the mountains around this time of the year. Acorns are known to strengthen the digestive system and help rid the body of heavy metals. Here's how to enjoy acorns, the mountain's gift in autumn. Acorns are the nuts of oak trees, easily found in the mountains in the fall.
강원도 산골짜기에서는 이 도토리를 한 몇 가마만 가지고 있어도 굉장히 부자로 살았다고 할 만큼 귀한 도토리죠.
In the old days, acorns were eaten when food was scarce, but nowadays they're being touted as a health food. In order to soften their natural bitterness, the nuts are soaked in water for 3 to 4 days and then dried completely before they're shelled. The nuts are ground and mixed with water to get the dregs settled at the bottom. The sediment is dried and then sieved 4 or 5 times to make fine acorn powder, the main ingredient of acorn jelly.
탄닌 성분은 우리 몸에서 지방 대사를 촉진시키고 그 다음에 혈관에서 동맥경화를 예방하는 기능을 갖습니다.
Let's find out how to make great tasting acorn jelly. In order to make firm acorn jelly, stir the mixture in one direction for about an hour, and then close the lid to let it cook for another hour. Then the acorn mixture should be cooled at room temperature. Acorn jelly is sliced and mixed with assorted vegetables and a spicy sauce to make a delicious and healthful dish. Here's a recipe for a warm bowl of acorn jelly and broth. Add tangy kimchi, sesame seeds, dried laver, and sesame seed oil to thin strips of acorn jelly and pour vegetable stock over it. This dish is perfect for a chilly autumn night.
지방이 몸속에서 축적되는 것을 막는 기능이 있기 때문에 그 다이어트를 하는데 그 도움을 줄 수 있겠습니다.
Acorn pancakes made with acorn powder are also a rare treat. The earthy aroma and mild taste of acorns are perfectly balanced in this dish. Acorn porridge is made by cooking acorn powder and rice porridge together. Be sure to sprinkle some chopped chestnuts and dates before serving for added texture and flavor. This mild and healthy dish is known to alleviate stomachache and swelling.
옛날 먹던 어머니가 해주시던 참 맛있어요.
Enjoy some of these simple yet healthy acorn dishes before the autumn days are gone. And now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks so much for being with us. We're off tomorrow. We'll see you again on Friday. Goodbye.